wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love
Thomas here with Much Props, going to give you a recap video. Today is the last day of 2023 as I am recording this, and I thought it would be appropriate, as I do every year, to go over the things that have happened this year. So I have done a lot of things this year, 52 builds as always. I make sure to make every Friday a build release video, which is not an easy task in and of itself. I've done that for the past 7 years, and because of that achievement, it brought me to this year's probably biggest. You may notice there's a creeper in the background. On my 500th episode build, I finished the video off with a statement that I would like to know what your favorite build was. And if you listen to the criteria of that, all you had to do was say something in the comments and I'd pick one person to give a prop away to. Well, Jason said that he really loved the Minecraft creeper that I made a while back, the little cutout. And luckily it was one of the things that I still had. So Jason, you'll be getting this for a late Christmas present. I'll be sending it to you and contacting you here in the next couple of days. So after I finished that video, it was pretty close to like Thanksgiving and then Christmas. So it's all kind of been happening really fast as we get into the next year. I kind of wanted to maybe show like some highlights, some slideshow or some video clips of my favorite builds this year and things that I did, as well as kind of give you a tour. It's been a while since I did a shop tour here on the channel, and my build area, my man cave, have changed quite a bit since that last time. I don't even know when it was. I'm sure future Thomas will figure that out for the video and say, hey, go watch this, something like that. But I have redone quite a bit of the things in here, and I wanted to kind of show you around and maybe let you see the build room itself, because all you typically see is the little bitty square behind me. You don't see the things that I'm looking at as I record. I also have like my workstation and other various things in this room that have happened within the past year or two. I'll also let you kind of see the man cave and see how it's evolved. There's a lot of stuff crammed up in there. And I may even take you outside and let you see where I spray paint, because I don't really take you out there anymore because it's kind of hard to set up a camera, and you'll see. But I don't know how well the audio will go, so I think I'm going to take you off your tripod and walk you around and then just switch over to voiceover so that I'm not muffled or sounding weird. But you ready to go on a trip? All right, let me get you off of this stand real quick. All right. So this is what I see when I am recording. It's a lot of lights. It's not all necessary, but it is what it is. Make sure that my face stays bright. I have a nice computer set up down now. My younger brother built that for me, I guess this past year, and it has been a workhorse for me. Got that nice 3-station computer setup, monitors. These are my PR props inspirations. I keep them up there at all times to kind of draw inspiration from as I'm building. There's one over there. Let's see. This is kind of my CNC slash vinyl cutter slash 3D print area. They don't really get used a whole lot, but there's one down there too. All my Glowforge materials. And then I've got a whole bunch of bits and bobs holders that have all kinds of random stuff in it. The boxes have things in them that I may use from time to time, whether it's leather cutting tools or diorama materials, clay, paint brushes, paint pens, scissors. I keep them in those little totes, and when I need them, I easily pull them out and then can get what I need and plop it back up there. So it's kind of like a dump and go type situation. I have some on the sides too. These are like my frequently used things, my point of access on both sides. So I've got a little toolbox over there that's got stuff. My paints are down there, all of that within reach. And this is the material closet. I recently had to clean it up because resin poured all the way through it. So it's nice and clean, but I've got my resins, my PR props, things that need to be painted on. Got some really cool stuff. I bought some diorama building materials that will be in a video coming up soon. And then of course the rest of it is EVA foam. So I got different thicknesses, got my HD foam, got some TNT that is no longer with us, sad moment. Got my stack of chain mail and scale mail over there. And then this is just kind of like the scraps until I get to a point where they have to go in the barrel. All right. Now I'm going to stop talking and just kind of pan through this next deal. So as I go into my man cave, I wanted to switch over to the voiceover audio because it was a lot of me just kind of heavily breathing as I tried to keep a camera steady and walk around at the same time. Not a great multitasker, but this is my man cave. It's directly behind where you see me filming, and it's where I kind of display a lot of my builds as well as hold my inventory until it sells. A lot of the stuff you see here is for sale up on my Etsy, with the exception of a few things like my full cosplays. I have tons of things that are on the shelves on display, stacked on top of each other, and even in the cabinets below they are jam-packed full of stuff. I recently got rid of a lot of my bigger builds for Christmas presents this year to try and make some more space. I really like these shelves that I bought at, I don't even remember where, IKEA or I don't know. I bought them somewhere. That's where I sit when I'm in the man cave watching TV or playing video games. I built this cabinet quite a long time ago. It has video game cartridges on the top of it, the cases for them, which I really like. It holds a lot of stuff. This is my door that exits to the main part of the house. Gonna give you a kind of a Bobby Duke follow into my feet as we go to the back area here. Trying not to disturb my wife as I'm walking in here and filming myself putting on my shoes. I open the door. And this is typically when I am in a video and I say I'm going to go plasti dip or spray paint. It's literally just right outside the door of my man cave. I've got tons of spray paint here, a cheap table to spray on. I also have like hooks up above where you can't see on the ceiling there on the roof that dangle down if it's something I need to hang up. But this is pretty much where I go to spray paint. I also have some woodworking stuff here and in my shed out back that I pull out from time to time if I need to. I have a storage shed right here on my back porch that contains a lot of random stuff. This is the less used materials that I may need, so I store a lot of stuff in totes. It looks like it's just crammed in bunches of nonsense, but each of them has particular things within them, like that one right there with the Star Trek deal has nothing but like model kits. And that's pretty much the outside, nothing really fancy there. So here I was gonna think about what I wanted to say, but I thought why not just shoot from the hip like I have been for the past couple of minutes. I have built a lot of things this year, 52 builds in all, some of them with multiple things in them. I finished up a full cosplay build, probably one of my favorites that I've ever built of all times. I pulled things from random spots, TV shows, video games I was playing, inspiration from kind of all over the place. This is my favorite of all times. This is a Viking mashup that I did with Link from Legend of Zelda. I wore this to a Ren Fair recently and got a lot of pretty positive feedback, especially when it got darker and people started to see the shield shining. Definitely go back and watch it if you've not seen those videos. I'm really proud of how those turned out. Then, like I said, it was a lot of something that I watched, or maybe somebody suggested I try and build something, or maybe I needed to watch something. I also kind of drew inspiration from things that were about to come out. trying to stay ahead of the builds. I knew Five Nights at Freddy was going to be coming out, so I built a couple of things from it. PR Props, I've got a lot of his stuff that I need to build, as you saw in my closet earlier. This card holder was one of my favorite builds of the year. It was a lot of prepping, a lot of designing to try and fit pieces of the game within this build. I built this for my younger brother for a card game that he likes to play. The actual creator of that game retweeted my post of my video and said that he liked it, which was pretty awesome. I went and saw this movie, Asteroid City, with my buddy Ben Eady and Tracy Ackerman up in Canada when I was on vacation. And when we saw that gun in the movie, me and Ben both kind of looked at each other and was like, yeah, I need to build that. It was awesome getting to meet some of my Canadian friends that I've only talked to online with this year. Then it was a lot of like nostalgia and weirdness. I like to throw in some weird mixed in with things. I really enjoyed doing the portraits. I did it on a couple of different builds this year and kind of helped me to get out of that comfort zone of getting back into painting because I used to do it a lot in college and just kind of haven't in a while. This Halloween, I did several Halloween themed builds, which was pretty fun. The last one of which being this Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which another one of my kind of favorite builds this year. Then it got to my 500th episode diorama. I don't know if you saw it on the bookshelf thingy that I have next to my chair in my man cave, but it prominently sits there and reminds me of how much I've gone through on this channel already. I got big into One Piece this year and made several things from it, and then this leads into Christmas. These are recent builds from the Christmas season. Normally these builds don't get a lot of views, but it's okay. I enjoy making them. I actually gave this build to my sister-in-law for Christmas. She absolutely loved it. I think this may be a build that she leaves up year-round. Is it? And we are finished. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too much as I was recapping everything this year. Like I said, there are a lot of things that happened this year. Maybe the shop tour opened your eyes to how little a production this is. It is, with the exception of my Etsy shop, pretty much all me doing everything. My wife helps with the Etsy and keeping up with the accounting and all that stuff, but it is not a major production, and I would love to make it bigger and better. That's only going to happen with the help of you, sharing and liking the videos, commenting. I appreciate every single one of you that has made my day by leaving a comment, giving me tips and tricks, and just giving me positive reinforcements. It definitely makes me feel appreciated. So, yeah. Maybe you will watch some of the old videos. Maybe you'll share some of them. Maybe you'll like and subscribe. And I also have a Patreon and an Etsy where I try and finance this hobby of mine that is YouTube building. But yeah, maybe this year will be something big. Fingers crossed. Inevitably, somebody's going to ask you, how'd you make that? You can give them one of these. Tell them, much props. If nobody said it to you yet, Happy New Year. Let's make 2024 an awesome one for everybody. Peace out.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be...
If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube and want to see more builds like this one, please consider joining these awesome people listed here with me over on my Patreon to build a bigger, better, more creative community together.
Living in a time where disease is on every screen, I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering, negativity is a place.